Steve Turano here for Ask a Real Expert. Bunky US asks, Steve, are drop sets good for shaping the muscle? Well, not necessarily. I mean, drop sets are a good way of throwing in some variety into your workout. If you want to do it at the end of one or two exercises, nothing wrong with that at all. But with regards to the shape of your muscle, that's kind of predetermined by your genetics. And the reason I say that is you can see some guys who have incredible peaks on their biceps. Other guys, not so much. So if there were specific exercises that allowed you to change the shape of the muscle when it flexed, then we all could look the same. But it's not quite that way. Again, the size of your muscles, once they're built or made huge again, is going to be determined by genetics, your mom and dad. How the muscle is shaped, how it flexes, how you're put together, your biomechanics. So with regards to drop sets, not a bad way of creating variety with your workout, but it's really not going to change the shape of your muscles. He also asks, is doing straight sets the best way to get big and strong with reps around 6 to 8, 8 to 10? Yes, without a doubt. If you want to get big and strong, simple, basic, easy exercises are the best way to do it. And I always want to die when I see guys in the gym being trained by personal trainers who are not really in all that great a shape, having these people do gymnastic exercises. Dude, what are you doing? The whole concept is to handle as much weight so we can create an intense muscular contraction. That's why muscles grow. It's because of the intensity of the contraction. But if you're jerking around on a ball or standing on one foot, you're going to lose your weight. You're going to lose your balance. You're not going to be able to lift the weight. One time one guy said, hey man, why don't we do flies on the ball? The 60s feel like hundreds. I said, better yet, why don't we just lie on the bench and do flies with the hundreds? Because like my last video, the 60s may feel heavy, but they don't create the same type of trauma on the muscle as the hundreds. So again, as long as you're lifting safely, that's important, but the heavier weight you can lift and the more trauma you can inflict on the muscle, the more micro tears occur, the more repair you get, the bigger you become. The next question is from Seal Dude, and he says he's skinny, but he's trying to build muscle while at the same time losing fat. Well, he probably needs to watch one or two of my other prior videos, but Seal Dude, I took a look at your workout, and you're probably doing too much boxing, okay? Remember, big size or bigger size comes from a consistent workout. So you got to throw in some type of consistency in your workout. So I need to know more about how you're lifting. You got to think in terms of how many times a week I want to train each muscle, and then what are the exercises I'm going to do with regards to those muscles. So let me see, I'm going to train each muscle group once a week. Okay, great. And I'm going to bench and incline bench. And then I'm going to do tricep push downs and then skull crushers. And then I'm going to do leg press and leg curls. So you have to create an organized workout that you're able to follow on a daily and weekly basis. And then as somebody gets stronger and stronger and the workout doesn't make them as sore, then they need to add more weight, add more reps, add more sets, or add more exercises. So that's one way of thinking in terms of getting bigger. And if you're skinny, I always love it. Guys say, what do I do? I want to get big and strong. Well, you don't want to just eat junk because you can pack on weight that way. Great. But the whole idea is we're talking about quality of muscle. We want a good body composition. So gaining muscle takes time. Remember, it happens at the cellular level. We're fixing muscle fibers at a cellular level. So we need a lot of those changes to occur before you can see them in the mirror. But again, your strength will go up much faster than your size will. So with regards to gaining size, it's day after day, week after week, month after month, in the gym doing the same damn thing. It's not glamorous, okay? Why is Tiger Woods good at putting? Because he hits 100 putts every day. It ain't exciting, but it makes him good. Same thing with weight training. If you deviate too much, you can create some variety, but if you do too much dumb shit, you begin to lose the focus and the effectiveness of the workout. With regards to your cardio workout too, the boxing, hitting the heavy bag is okay. It's better than nothing, but it's not effective cardio. You mentioned you're doing wind sprints in there as well. That type of cardio would be good in addition to probably running a mile or two, since you're already thin. Okay, we don't want you doing hours and hours of cardio because you're trying to pack on additional size. So if you're just a little thick in the middle here and you're going, gee, I really want to tone up, by lifting weights we're going to improve your muscularity, but by doing shorter, more intense cardio, you're going to save the energy to lift, and you're also going to increase your metabolic capabilities. See, punching a heavy bag, great, 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 great. But the problem is you don't get a lot of systemic changes, because for systemic changes to occur, we need to be using the big muscles of the body, the legs, the hips, your rear end. Okay, those are the ones that create systemic changes that really improve your cardiovascular system. So my suggestion to you, SEAL Dude, is focus on your lifting, make that more consistent, determine and lay out a workout so again you pack on muscle more consistently. If you still want to hit the heavy bag, that's great, but don't count that as cardio. Cardio should be your sprinting and getting a mile or two in with regards to running. Train smart, train hard.